So, hey guys, my name is Ben Nowotny, and I've got to get through this quite quickly because I've actually got to go to the airport, which I find quite funny, and I hope you will too. But I want to tell you a short story about patient safety. So imagine you're on a plane. You know, it's a pretty typical flight. There's the baby 4 rows in front screaming its lungs out as if to make it its mission to keep you from sleep. The kid behind you's decided that kicking the back of your chair on repeat is more entertaining than choosing from any movie ever made. And the bloke in front elected to recline his seat in the middle of meal service, causing your orange juice to tumble gracefully into your lap. So, very typical flight. Typical that is, until you hear a noise that doesn't fit with the crying, or the kicking, or the dripping orange juice. A low metallic groan, and suddenly your world is turned upside down. There's a massive explosion, the plane fills with rushing air. You look behind you and you see a cargo shipping container-sized hole in the side of the aircraft, and several rows of missing seating. Thanks to their emergency training, your pilot's able to successfully land the aircraft, but sadly, 7 people die in the accident. When you get back to the gate, you're met by a representative from the airline. They take you to debrief. You start to press them for answers, but all they can offer are responses like, "Sometimes these things just happen," or "It's one of the recognised risks of air travel." They do, however, promise a full internal investigation. In the weeks and months that follow, you hear nothing. Nothing from the airline, and both the government and the media seem completely disinterested in investigating the incident. Once a year goes by, you're forced to make the decision to either get a lawyer or move on with your life, wondering if it was all so bad after all. So by now, anyone in the room who's seen an episode of Air Crash Investigation is probably starting to think, "Great story, Ben, but I've seen Air Crash Investigation, and that's not how this goes down." Well, thank you, and you're 100% right. But what if I told you that this wasn't happening on an aircraft, but in our hospitals? Suddenly that investigation and those responses don't seem so unusual after all. But that shouldn't be the case, particularly not when you consider that avoidable patient harm causes as many deaths as a jumbo jet crash every month in Australian hospitals. So why wouldn't we investigate healthcare incidents with the same rigour we do air crashes? That's the question I sought to answer. So for my PhD, I'm conducting the crash investigation, partnering with organisations like the Department of Health, COPM, the clinical councils, state insurers, complaints bodies, all the way to Jetstar and the Australian Air Crash Investigators. I'm trawling through medico-legal records, incident reports, policies and procedures to try and identify what causes health services to fail and what, if any, warning signs are there to prevent these disasters from happening. The goal of this research is to make the healthcare system safer for all who use it. And who knows, we might even get our own spin-off TV show. Thank you.